It's so random.
Well, we have actually had survivors on, and they've told us some interesting ways that they brush their teeth out there. So,
Oh yeah, see, so it's true. They really don't give them toothbrushes, huh?
Yeah, exactly. They don't give them toothbrushes, but.
How can I make a personal item?
Seb has a question for you, John.
Yeah, this just reminded me. How were you cast for the show? Did you audition, or how did that happen?
Well, I think that they had originally like someone else for my spot, because it was really last minute. It was like probably like at most 2 weeks before that I was like taken, maybe even a week. I don't remember. It was really fast, but they just, like, would you want to be on Big Brother? And I was like, what does that mean? I got it really. And then they kind of explained it, and they gave me like a bunch of DVDs, and then I went through like a million tests, like I don't know, like physical, and I had to go like 3 places, I think, to like go, like I had to take like a mental like test, like written down for like a couple hours, and then I met with the producers, and they I guess they liked me or loved me, and then I was like taken away the next like couple days. It was crazy.
That is crazy.
Super fast. Yeah, it was like, whoa.
Oh,
I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, well, I think everyone here is glad you did it too, and glad that they had a last spot for you there.
Yeah.
Zach had a question for you.
Hi, I was just wondering how you felt about the America player twist, and if you think it affected your game at all, or anyone, or anything.
I mean, 100% affected my game, because Eric would have been like my like first go-to person. So it like made it so like he wasn't able to like be my friend basically, because the America apparently, or like all the votes like always were for Dick and Danielle and like against me, and so it was always like really like weird, So
right.
it definitely did. 100%.
All right.
Yeah.
Ian, did you have a question?
Yes, let me see. On the week where Jamaica promised she would use the veto on you, was there any manipulation on your part into having her make that decision, or was it all by chance?
Ever. But like, she just came up to me and she was like, you picked my ball. And like, I'm not speaking word for word, but it was like, you picked my ball, and like, it's a sign from God that I'm supposed to help you. So if I win, I'll take you down. Like, she just literally, like, out of nowhere, like, we weren't friends or not friends, we just weren't anything,
Right.
So it was like, are you serious? And then she's like, yeah. She's like, I'm serious.
That kind of surprised me.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like, who does that? How does that even happen?
Exactly.
It's so crazy.
If I'm not mistaken, she had a chance to take the $5,000, didn't she?
Yeah, and she didn't, or she had some option besides.
But she didn't.
But
she really played for me. It was crazy. It was awesome. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm so lucky.
Yeah. Well, let's thank God personally.
Yeah,
because it allows you to be on our television.
There you go.
Longer.
Yeah,
that's.
Zach, you had a question?
Yeah, I wanted to know what the slop actually tastes like.
The slop?
Yeah.
I just think it's like, depends how you make it, but I really just think it tastes like, crunchy, like steel cut oats. It's basically like steel cut oats, and it's just thicker, but you just cook it longer, and it makes it so it's like smoother, it's oatmeal, basically. So, I didn't think it was that bad. I like oatmeal. I just think that anything, even if it was like my most favorite thing ever, it would still, like, you don't want to eat the same thing all the time.
Right, exactly. I don't know. I just think slop is one thing that I can never handle. No,
yeah,
thank
well,
you.
If you like oatmeal, it's okay. If you don't like oatmeal, it's got its shoes.
They should go back to the PB&J.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That was my daughter.
Your daughter
No, I
wants
think
to
that PB&J would be like, oh man, that would be like so much more fatty though. I mean, like that's all you could eat. And that was about like fatty food, you know.
Right.
I'm glad that.
Yeah.
I have some questions from viewers.
I do too, actually. So let me ask my one question real quick, Seb, and then we can go over to you. Yeah, Jen, a viewer wants to know, do you think you could have won Season 8 had the Donatos not screwed you over, even after trying to work with you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, had I actually known what Big Brother was and how to play it and, like, you know, all that, I would have done a lot better. I just kind of went into it like, you know, they asked me to do it, and I like to try things out, and I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Like, why not? Like, when else am I going to get this random opportunity? So I just wish I would have researched it more, and then I wouldn't have let them, you know, do that to me.
Right. All right, Seb, you had some viewer questions?
Yeah, Mick Benjamin wanted to know, in week 5, was it true that the producers pulled you to the diary room and were pushing for you to evict Kale? And how much does production get into the game?
I don't think that, I mean, maybe in week 5, like, maybe other people were trying to, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, because I don't know if it's always production or it's, like, just our individual people that, you know, the diary room people, you know, because, like, they are favorites, too, and they're people, they don't want to go home, and, you know, I feel like, so it's kind of like, I don't know, everyone's just people in there, you know, wanting their people to win. So it's not like they actually, like, hey, you should vote for them. They just bring up questions that make you think, like, you know, and when you're in there, that's the only person you talk to that's not in the game, so it's like their opinion matters more, or their questions, like, you really think about, you know? So that's how it is, you know?
Right.
But it's not like they've ever just said, oh, you should vote. No one's ever told, I mean, no, I don't know, maybe other people, no one ever told me, like, oh, you should vote this way. Like, that never, ever occurred.
Right. Well, I have an interesting question from a viewer. They want to know, how much patience and concentration did it take to not suffocate Dick in his sleep?
It didn't even cross my mind.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You were the bigger person over him.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's deep, and I think that's everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's a better person than him.
I hope.
All right, Ian, what's your question?
Yes. One of my friends is a revenge aficionado, and he saw you on and he got a little excited because he also loves you on Big Brother.
I was watching that episode and saw you. I was like, that's Jen!
And he wanted to know, what was it like being on the cast of Revenge for one episode, and did you get to meet the other cast, and what was everybody like?
Yeah, it was fun. Honestly, like, I didn't watch Revenge. I didn't realize what a big show was. So, like, when I was there, like, you could tell, like, the people were all, like,
call
really
is now being
nice.
recorded.
Oh, hello?
Hello?
Oh, it's like a weird, it, like, had, like, a weird thing.
Oh, yeah, that was
Okay, anyway. Yeah, okay. So, but they were all so nice. You know, they knew that they had, like, a good show. Like, I met all the other people that were, like, at least in the show I was in. I met, they were just on top of their game. Like, they knew what they were doing. Like, that, you know, like, it was a fun cast to work for. And they were doing something good, so it was cool.
Very cool, very cool. Zach, you had a question?
Yeah, when I watched the show, I found the Zach on the show to be very boring. Was he as boring as he was on TV?
Who? Oh, Zach?
Yeah, Zach.
Yeah, exactly. Who?
Who exactly?
You know, it's so funny. It's like, no. You know, he's not, like, boring. I would never, like, use third as the word to describe him, because he's always, like, trying to do things, you know? I guess he just, like, tries a lot to do things like that. But, I don't know. I guess awkward is more than what I would use to describe him.
I would use that word, too.
Awkward!
Alrighty. Okay, stop making fun of my laugh.
It's ridiculous.
Alright. Did you have some more viewer questions?
No, I had a question.
Oh, go ahead.
How on earth did Dick win? How did the jury vote for someone that had probably the worst social game in Big Brother history? That's what I don't understand. I personally believe that the only reason he made it as far as he did was because of production, because the week where Kale was evicted, I truly believe, I'm not saying you were, but people that were in his alliance were going to evict him, and then all of a sudden they came out of the diary room wanting to save him. So I just want to know how, like, what was the jury's deliberation? Like, how did
honestly, that 1 week that Dick stayed and the jury's deliberation is all Eric. Eric is amazing. Honestly, that guy, like, he was the best selection of, like, a person to, like, if I was America's player, like, it wouldn't have mattered. But he is just such a good talker and so convincing. Like, he's just, like, that kind of guy that, like, he's just so good at, like, making you see the reason why you should be doing it. So, honestly, Eric won the season for Dick.
So
Right.
pretty much Alex
Hands
Rodner.
So, yeah, Allison Browner won this season.
Eric wasn't there. Eric wasn't there. There was no way that that he would have won. That either one of them would have made it that far.
Right.
No chance.
Interesting.
I mean, it's just Eric. He's good. Sucks that he was in that role, because, like, he would have been good on his own, and, like, it sucks that he's in that role because it's, like, it's almost not fair to everyone in the house, you know?
Right.
But, and it's not even fair to him because he didn't even get to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
all right.
But that's what it is. Like,
All right. Guys, did you guys have some more questions?
I didn't have any viewer
So what?
someone wanted to give you a shout out. Someone named Cigar loves you, and he said he worships the ground you walk on. So that's what that is.
Don't do that.
Oh, I love it. Alrighty.
I have a question up.
But hi.
But hi.
When Julie announced the twist for the season, were you hoping that somebody from your past wasn't going to come on the show? Sorry. Were you afraid of somebody that was from your past that was going to be on the show?
No, not really. And they didn't. They interviewed right afterwards, right after they announced the twist, before we saw who it was, you know. And they're like, "Who from your past do you think will be here? Like, are you scared?" You know, they did all that, and I was like, "No, like, there's literally that I could think of that I would have beef with." And so I was like, honestly, I hope someone's here. And claiming that beef with me so that I can have someone I know is here. You know, that would have been awesome.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Yeah,
God.
I guess now I can.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, any last minute questions for Jen, guys?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so when I watched the show, my thoughts on Jessica was that she kind of just followed Eric and had no mind of her own. What were your thoughts on her, gameplay and stuff?
No, I think Jessica had her own game. She just was, I don't know, because she they had their little, fling or whatever they had. So it's I think that it threw her off, really. But she had her own game before that. She was really upset with the Carol thing being there at first, and then how we always talked about her. I don't know. But she had her own thing. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think once Jen got her, Jessica got a lot easier to deal with. A lot easier. At least to watch, I should say.
Yeah. But, yeah, but then she had Eric, I guess, so.
Right.
I don't know. She's always with someone, or there's always something. But, yeah, she was cool, though. I liked her.
Yeah, she was
one
one
of...
of...
a baby, I think, right? She's, married and has a baby?
I think so.
Damn.
Crazy.
I think so.
Crazy how life changes over the years, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Any more questions, guys?
I don't have a question. I just want to before she leaves, I just want to say I think you're absolutely adorable. I'm so glad you came and talked to everyone. A lot of people really, really do like you, especially on Survivor Sucks. I don't know if you've ever heard of that site, but you're very popular there. And I really hope one day you can return to Big Brother because I really think you deserve a fair chance to play the game.
And
Well, thank you.
This time
You're
without
welcome.
Evil Dick there.
That would make me a little crazy.
I think if
So,
Dick wasn't there to be rude to you for no reason, you would have had a better shot. But no, he was just being a horrible person to you, and yeah, we're not going to get into that.
All right. Well, Jen,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. It just seems like someone's out to get us today. So,
Yeah, oh,
but thank you so much, and we do appreciate it.
yeah,
So-
I love you for having me.
All right. Well, we will keep in contact with you, and you take care.
Bye, Jen.
Bye.
All right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Jen.
Alright, thank you so much.
Thanks for having you.
Yeah, no problem. Yay. Bye. Have a good weekend.
You
You
too.
too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh, it's adorable.
Yes.
Bye.